look at that recast. Yes, this is Oscar Brandon, Max Brandon's son, and he's going to be introducing the show again after being recasted after 7 years away. Just look at him. He's identical to Max. I don't care what people say. He's identical. And if I should pause that image, look at the size of this lad. He's a tree. Look at him in his Burberry tracksuit. Can't believe this, Ash. Can you?
Yeah, it's always the one thing that's funny about this is it's the dreaded recast again. Can't believe the recasting. My favorite 10-year-old kid. Poor guy. I bet he thought he was getting more work. Not today, son. Not today. He's been recast into someone who does actually look a lot like Max. It's always weird when they do this sort of thing, where sometimes you do just go for the look over what they actually do. Sometimes you do just go, yeah, they don't really have to look like him. Let's just go for someone who looks like him, but they can't act for words. Can't act for words. Oh wait, we're out of the first minute. Yeah. Honestly, no shock here. I mean, we saw this picture a while ago, and people didn't really seem to connect the dots, and I didn't really get why. We didn't do any video on it before, but when I first saw that photo, I saw Lauren stood next to a guy who looks kind of ginger and tall, and looks like he's walked a mile in the most musky, damp shoes you've ever seen in your life. And went, that of course, that's Max Brannan's son. He's already got the frown lines, for fuck's sake. He's already got the frown lines. Max is miserable. And honestly, I look forward to seeing what Oscar has to do. This is what I've been saying, ring the fucking bell. I'm correct again. What have I been saying? When you bring back Max, bring back Oscar. I did say bring back Cora, Just some wishful thinking with that one. But Oscar was actually viable. Oscar was actually a genuine, proper option to bring back. Because he's been gone a long time. He's now 17. So now he's an actual adult on the show. And some people complain about the teens to adults in the show, but fundamentally, I think there's a really good crop, and Branning in this mix as well. I think is a really exciting prospect, simply because it's a Branning. The family have been underutilized, underpowered for a long time. It's taken Glenshaw 3 years to actually start to rebuild the pieces, the scraps of the Brannings, to actually make them relatively enjoyable again. So now, with this actually being a thing, now we can actually start to kind of realize the potential, realize that there is a future in the Brannings, and they are actually going to get kept around despite not having many actual fucking members of the family these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does look very tall. He does look very tall. I mean, let's imagine. We don't know if we would assume that Oscar has been brought up by Tanya. Let's just imagine he's probably Max wasn't fighting for custody, was he? Let's be real.
No.
So he's probably been living with Tanya, and honestly, it feels like Tanya will have been spoiling him rotten. It feels like he would have been spoiled. It feels like she would have been spoiling him absolutely rotten. So even look at how he's dressed. He's in a full proper tracksuit, matching. No poor kid's ever seen a matching tracksuit in their fucking life. The poor kid collects an Adidas top and some Nike trousers and some Nike jogging trousers. Because, they're not getting a full set. That's too spenny. That's too expensive. So he's living the privileged life, and I'll make that assumption based on one outfit choice. Plus, look at his tracksuit. It's got texture on it. That's not a cheap tracksuit. That's the business.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, not much to comment on his tracksuit pattern. I'm ashamed. I'm
Oh,
ashamed.
all right. I like the tracksuit. I honestly do. Of course, it's an unbranded tracksuit, so we don't really know what brand it is.
No, there is a brand on it.
Oh, is there? I didn't really zoom in.
Yeah, there's a little name on his tit.
Okay. Fair enough. Wasn't looking at
It
his...
would be funny if it did just say Oscar. Like, Tanya seems like the kind of mum to write the initials, like stamp it in.
Yeah, were you, it's a side note, just very quickly, were you ever that kid who had, like, his jumper with his initials on it in school?
It did have some labels.
Fair enough.
Did have some.
I didn't.
Never lost. I never took my jumper off for like 4 years. I'll be honest. Like in school, I would never take that jumper off, even
Yeah,
if I'd be sweating my tits off. Nah, that's staying on. I'd staying on. Wasn't even a fat kid. I was just self-conscious, apparently.
I didn't really have one of them. I refused to wear my jumper in secondary school, so they gave me a little fleece, little jacket, and I'd wear the jacket just all the time. And then they'd be like, oh, you have to wear the school shirt underneath, so I'd just go around with like a black shirt underneath. So I'd just cut off the sleeves of my school shirt, and I just put it on, a little vest. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much what I did. I cut back to you just to see you looking at your phone because I was like,
no wonder the school hated you. It's a fucking. Does he do anything we ask him to? No, he just complains. Sounds. Cheers. Great.
and that's why I host a YouTube channel with my friend AquaDreams. So yeah, will I read the article?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we had
Unsurprisingly, I don't have much Oscar Brannon material.
Yeah.
I really was like, I was rummaging through the bottom of the barrel, analysing his tracksuit. So,
What were you being the English teacher in school? Now, when Romeo says your dress is blue, what does that mean? What does that mean as a viewer? It's just okay, fair enough. EastEnders set to recast past character in Max Brannon return plot. He was last seen in Walford in 2017. EastEnders may be about to bring back another past character in an upcoming storyline involving Max Brannon, after fan favourite star Jake Wood has been tipped for a shocking return to Walford as Max. It seems he'll get back to Albert Square with his son Oscar in tow. Reported by the Sun.
I will say this though. I don't know why EastEnders has been so resistant to actually confirm that Max is returning.
It probably will in the coming days.
They've been so resistant to actually acknowledge that he's returning. I know it was like a report in the Sun, and it was widely reported by everyone else. But like, just admit it, boys. Just admit you bring. So you're having Lauren having marriage problems. You're bringing back Oscar. Guys, I don't want to be bold, but I do think Max is returning. You know, don't want to be bold prediction. Max is returning, guys. You know, just want to put that out there. It might be a bit bold of me to assume, but he's definitely coming back. And I've had enough of this fucking playing coy. Obviously, I still think. Apparently, we're still getting some Clenshaw episodes, which is weird. So apparently, we are just waiting. We're just waiting for it to run out. We are just waiting for it to run out, and then finally they can actually go, yeah, Max is returning. And then obviously all the stands go, Bowden, yeah. I was like, no, Jake Wood's back. Christ.
So I thought Clenchaw's era was over.
Yeah, me too. But you know, watching this video is recorded. It's Monday the 2nd of June, and we thought this was the last episode, but it's not. Maybe it is the last episode, but maybe we'll see Ben Wadey's tomorrow. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was over, but apparently it's not.
Yeah.
I'm sure by the time this gets released, we will know more.
Yeah.
Oh no, this releases tomorrow. That's fine. Yeah. Anyways.
Continuing on. Reports are circling now that the BBC soap has recast the role of Oscar, now a teenager played by newcomer Perry Malor, who takes...
That's the most fucking... That's the least French pronunciation of a French-sounding name of my life. Played by newcomer Pierre Moyer. No, that's too French. Fucking Pierre Mollier.
Pierre Malher.
Fucking Pierre Mollier.
Mollier?
It's the most French-sounding name of my life. He's probably, let's be honest, he is going to get cast in EastEnders, so he's probably got a proper fucking Cockney accent. But
He's either Cockney or French,
fucking
we don't know.
so unbelievably the most Irish way to pronounce what looks like a French name.
Who takes over from Charlie Hall. Oscar was last seen on the series 8 years ago, and he briefly met with his father. Digital Spy has reached out to EastEnders, who declined to comment on the report. The soap didn't confirm Max Brannan's return plan either, which means a Max comeback isn't official at this stage. The Sun,
Yeah. yeah, it's not happening though, guys. Don't worry. It's not happening. There's no Max. It's confirmed now. They're not admitting the truth. They're suppressing the truth. He's returning, guys. What if this is actually like Shirley and he never comes back and we've just gotten excited for no reason? Imagine how disappointing that would be.
yeah, all the returns that have been tipped to happen, like Max Brannan, Ben Mitchell, and Zoe Slater, it just never happened.
Like fucking, and even fucking, I've forgotten the name. Lauren's actress, Jacqueline Josser. Even she's done an interview like, I'd love to see Max come back. You know, I've heard some rumors that he may be coming back, but you know, I know he's busy, so we don't know. It's like, homie, you work on the show. At least I'm sure Ben Wadey sat Lauren down and went, Max is coming back, and she goes, yeah. Like, for fuck's sake, stop playing it coy. The media. We are the media.
Yep. And if this return never happens, blame the Sun.
Exactly.
Also, side note, how that image of Oscar right there with Max Brannan, like from 2017. How did we go from this to that? I put the image up on screen.
I think you're just confused at the concept of puberty.
I am. Yes, because
it does happen. You do lose all the baby fat.
Yeah.
Well, some people do.
Yeah, I didn't. That's why. And the balls still haven't dropped.
Yeah, but you added other fat on top of the baby fat. I mean, so did I, to be fair. But
yeah.
Point being, I was like, we were having this conversation where I showed you like Tommy Moon from like 2022, where the Keeble stuff, and you're like, "Fuck off! That's not fucking Tommy Moon. Like, that's not him. I thought that was a recast. No, that's the same guy. What the fuck? I don't believe it."
I love your Irish accent. I love it so much.
Yep.
It just needs to be a bit more deep and a bit more hard to understand. Is the only problem.
Deep? What do you mean? You're a squeaker, mate.
Thank you.
What? Whose ego are you fluffing? Yeah. You just have to make it more deep. That's not what you sound like.
Fair enough. In true Max fashion, he is set to return to ruffles and feathers. Bosses are excited about what his character's reappearance means for spicing up the plots. A source told the publication.
Spicing up the plots.
No,
we're obviously okay. I'll fully reiterate because this is just me being a nitpicky, snarky arsehole. But like, you know, obviously these are all jokes. But I do like the lip service that they're doing. Oh, a source suggests that Max's return may ruffle some feathers. Nah, you're just bringing him back to fucking start a car once. Like, go, there's all. It's just the. Look, you gotta say this stuff to fluff out articles. Fair play. Full credit, Digital Spy. Love you, legends. Great news site, but for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's just so many redundant words.
There's plenty.
It's probably how I describe this video.
There's plenty to go at. Max has a lot of unfinished business in the square, and a set to ruffle some feathers. In 2021, Wood said he was really pleased that EastEnders bosses had left the door open should he wish to reprise the role of Max. I never got bored playing him, although the scene when I was buried alive was tough, he said to Mirror at the time. It was hard graft, but I'm really pleased they left the door open for the character to return. Never say never. That's the article.
Yeah, fair enough. Never say never. No, it never came probably too soon, but you know, we'll ball. Will Bull, it's a bold take once again. I don't know. I'm talking about Max's recast. We've already done like 2 videos talking about Max already, and then about 4 before that anyway. So you know. But Oscar being recast, smart decision, a right time, a new team to ruffle up the group. Some say Oscar Brannon's going to ruffle some feathers. And Oscar was glad that they never said never and didn't kill him off when he left as well. So now he's back. He's tall. He's looking like he's been pampered every day of his life by Tanya, who doesn't want her little boy to turn out like Max. But will he turn like Max? Who knows? It'll be very funny. Well, it's just, you know how with Lauren, they love to tell this story, and they love to tell it during the 2010s about how Lauren was terrified of turning into Max. Because, she was happy, boom, she's cheated, she's ruined a family. She was always terrified of being like Max. Now, imagine if they just do the same story, but for Oscar, where he's also terrified of turning into Max. But, let's be honest, I highly doubt Max has had any part... Oh, your camera's out of focus. Oh, it's back. Yeah, sound. I highly doubt. I highly doubt Max has had any fucking impact on Oscar's upbringing since Tanya left. So I assume there will be a lot of bad blood between the two, simply because Max is a fucking shit parent.
Yeah, and I guess without further ado, this is the end of the video. And don't forget, Oscar Brannon had some fans. He didn't have all the fans. He had some of the fans, and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye.